Okay, the next point that we are going to study is escape velocity. What is escape velocity? So, first of all, we should know the meaning of escape. Now, we will start with a little bit smaller experiment that we know that when we throw a ball upward, it reaches some height. Suppose from this position, I am throwing a ball in upward direction. It reaches some height, goes ahead, and after reaching that, its velocity becomes 0. That means I am giving it a initial velocity u. At this position, after reaching a distance of s, the velocity, that is the final velocity of the ball, will become 0. That is, here u will become 0. Okay, and again it will start coming downward. Means first of all it completed the distance against the gravity. That's why here we can say that we can use at the place of acceleration a is equals to minus g, as the motion is in opposite direction to the acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so by using all this condition, what we can write, we know that we are having a kinematical equation as v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so now as per our conditions, here v becomes 0, therefore it will 0 the square. On u square plus, it will be as it is. 2 will come as it is. On the place of a, we can write minus g, and s is being the distance. So the equation becomes as 0 is equals to u square minus 2gs. Now if I adjust this equation for s, what I can write? Now first of all, I have to transfer this u on the another side. That is, this u will come at the 0 side, and as it is in plus here, it will go and subtracted from the 0. Therefore it becomes as minus u square is equals to minus 2gs. Minus gets cancelled on the both side. Now I want to convert this equation for s, so that's why I have to transfer 2 and g on the another side. Both are in multiplication with s, so they will go and get divided on the another side. So that's why what I can write, s is equals to u square divided by 2g. Okay, this is being the this is being the formula for the displacement of an object when we throw it vertically upward. So actually what happens here, what you can conclude by this formula, the maximum distance which can be taken by the object is being depending on only one value, that is its initial velocity. Whatever initial velocity you are providing to it will be converted into its maximum displacement. Maximum is the initial velocity, maximum will be the displacement. Okay, so by this formula or by this small activity, you can conclude that initial velocity is most important for the maximum displacement. Now if I raise the initial velocity further, initially my object was completing this much distance for the first velocity u1. If I increase the further velocity, it will reach the distance like this with the u2 velocity. The first displacement is s1 and second displacement is s2. If I again further increase the velocity, then what will happen? It will reach some distance like this, and it will come back ahead because the acceleration due to gravity tries to pull it. If I increase the further velocity and again I am going to increase it, the because of the initial velocity, maximum initial velocity, the object will cover maximum distance, and we know that at a certain point the acceleration due to gravity becomes 0. So now the gravity will not be able to pull the object downward. So what will happen? The object will escape the Earth's gravitational field after reaching this point. Suppose this is the certain limit of your Earth where the acceleration due to gravity acts on the object, but after this point acceleration due to gravity is not able to pull the object downwards. So that's why now your object will go ahead and it will not be coming down. This is called the escape velocity. Escape velocity is the minimum amount of velocity which is required to escape the object from the Earth's gravitational influence. Okay, what is escape velocity? It is the minimum amount of initial velocity which is required to escape from the Earth's gravitational influence so that the object will not come again on the Earth. Okay, so because of this principle only we are able to launch satellites and rockets, spaceships in the space. Maximum is the initial velocity, or a certain limit of velocity can be given to the object so that it can escape the Earth's gravitational field and go ahead further, and it will not come again back. Okay, this is about your escape velocity. Okay, now we are going to derive a short formula for the escape velocity of the object when it want to go ahead and will not get affected by the Earth's gravitational force after reaching some height. Okay, so for that we have to calculate about its kinetic energy and potential energy, both on the surface of Earth as well as after reaching a infinite distance. Okay, first of all we'll calculate it for the on the surface of Earth. Okay, and again we calculate it when it reaches at infinite distance, when object is on the surface of Earth and when it reaches at infinite distance. Okay, we know that the kinetic energy is given by half mv square. Okay, kinetic energy is given by half mv square, and now only we calculated the Earth's or gravitational potential energy as PE is equals to minus g mm divided by r, or r plus h, as we are calculating it for the surface of Earth. Here h is 0. Okay, that's why we are not including h here. If I want to calculate the total energy, what I have to do? I have to add both these energies as Ke plus Pe. So what the formula becomes? Now it becomes as half mv square minus g mm divided by r. As we are calculating escape velocity, we can convert this notation as v escape. Okay, half m v escape square minus g mm divided by r square. Now we'll calculate for when the object reaches at infinite distance. At infinite distance, we know that what happens? Earth's gravity is not trying to pull it, and its final velocity is infinite and maximum. That's why the object will have kinetic energy as 0, because kinetic energy is the energy in motion, and now your object is in free fall only because it has escaped the Earth's gravitational field. That's why its kinetic energy is 0 at infinite distance. And also the potential energy can be given as it is minus g mm divided by r, but now your r becomes infinite, that is it reaches at the infinite distance. Anything upon infinity is equals to 0. Therefore your total energy in this condition becomes 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. The object is reaching the infinite distance from the surface of Earth. That's why we can use here law of conservation of energy. What is the law of conservation of energy? That is initial energy is equals to final energy. Therefore you can write as E1 is equals to E2. What is E1 here? E1 is half m v escape square minus g mm divided by r. And what is E2? E2 is equals to 0. If I shift this thing on the another side, here it is in negative, but when it goes ahead on the another side of equal to, it will become positive. So half m v escape square is equals to g mm divided by half m v escape square is equals to g mm divided by r. Okay, this small m and this small m will get cancelled on both sides because it is equal. Okay, I want to shift this half on the another side. What I can write? V escape square is equals to, this 2 is in division here. It will go on the another side and get multiplied. So it equals to 2gm divided by r. Okay, as here is a square, I will take square root on both sides. Taking square root on both sides. What I can write? By taking the square root on both sides, v is equals to, this all thing will go inside the square root. It is 2gm divided by r. Now it is possible to put all this value and calculate v escape. This is the formula for v escape, that is your escape velocity. This is the minimum amount of velocity to escape the Earth's gravitational influence. Okay. I will put the values of g, m and r in the formula and will calculate the value. That is 2 into, what is the value of g? G is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. Okay. What is the mass of Earth? The mass of Earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24. Okay. And what is the value of r? I have given this in previous lecture. What is the value of r? R is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. Okay. By solving this all, you will get to know that v escape is equals to 11.2 kilometer per second. That means if an object want to escape from the Earth's gravitational influence, it have to cover a distance of 11.2 kilometer in 1 second only. By this speed only the object can escape the Earth's gravitational influence and get freed from it and can reach the infinite distance, or it can go into the space. Okay. This was the last point from our lesson. Only numericals are remaining. By this, here we have completed, and you have to go through all these conditions, write the formula, solve it 2 to 3 times. Okay.